So yeah, I do have a very long title, but that title is very descriptive, so there's perfect clarity in what I do every day. And that is a little bit of creativity, partnered with a little bit of interactivity. Then we have to figure out how we push it out to all of these consumers that we talk to on a daily basis. And then using such great channels that are up and coming like mobile and social. I was actually thinking about adding and social on there, but then it got too long. So we're going to talk today about making mobile pay. And there's a lot of interest around mobile marketing. There's certainly the iPhone effect where everyone's got apps and there's a lot of emphasis on apps. But what I want to share with you is how do you be smart and sophisticated in deploying mobile and not get caught up in the hype of mobile marketing. Just a real quick background, if you're not familiar with Carlson Marketing, we are part of Group Aeroplan, which is the world leader in loyalty management. Group Aeroplan is comprised of three major elements. The first is Carlson Marketing, which focuses on loyalty and CRM for clients. The second is on the other side, coalitions, leading coalitions around the world, such as the Nectar program in Europe or the Aeroplan program in Canada. And then in the middle is the data engine, LMG, that helps monetize the data and the insights that we derive through either the coalition or the proprietary loyalty schemes, and enable to offer very rich offers to consumers on behalf of manufacturers. In terms of Carlson Marketing, we have the pleasure of working with great clients around the world across numerous verticals, from financial services to airlines. And all of it means that we really focus on building strong relationships between our clients and their customers. And as you look a little closer to home, and I was trying to do the math last night, and Carl and I figured out that Carlson Marketing talks to roughly 50% of all adults in New Zealand. So it's a pretty interesting statistic with great clients across the board. So one of the things I wanted to talk about is how we look at mobile marketing. And first, it's important to look at marketing overall. And we believe that relationship marketing is absolutely critical today. The reason why is relationships are the only sustainable difference between you and your competition. And the reason we believe that, not only because we've proved it over the last 70 years, but you think about those classic 4 Ps we all learned about in university: price, promotion, product placement. Price, yeah, you can knock your price off, but you're just hurting your financial scores. Promotions are short-term, products can be copied, and placement is becoming more challenging every day with all of these new channels and distribution means of communications. A strong relationship where you have good trust, commitment, and alignment between you and your consumer is the most critical thing, and it changes from having CRM and other communications be a marketing tactic for it to become a business objective. And that's what we try to focus on. And that's important to set up, because then when we look at mobile, we have to look at it from how do we mobilize relationships, not just campaigns. There's a lot of either service providers and or clients who are just looking to mobilize a campaign. We're doing this TV advert and we want to just add a text call to action to the end or something else. What we're trying to do is take the basic understanding of CRM, understanding your behaviors and attitudes, and then through the mobile channel, deliver, quite simply, value and relevance. So, and there's a brief little snapshot of some of the clients that we do mobile work with, and towards the end I'll share a lot of use cases of that. The other thing I wanted to highlight is, what is mobile marketing? There's a lot of talk in the mobile press around apps. Well, apps is just one small component. In fact, when we look at mobile marketing, we divide it up into 3 major sections. First is planning, second delivery, and third is measurement. In the delivery area, in the middle, that is even broken up further into messaging, browsing, and downloading. Messaging is everything from SMS, MMS, real back and forth dialogue. The browsing is mobile optimized websites, mobile advertising, mobile search. And then the downloading is everything from apps to having wallets and other technology actually sit on the phone. What's important to figure out as well is the role that planning has, especially as mobile being a new channel, that there's a lot of roadmap, and I'll share some examples of that. Integration technologically. How do we integrate a SMS system with an email marketing system? Organizational readiness. Not many clients have mobile experts within them. So a lot of times we're actually spending more energy initially with our clients on the planning side and establishing the measurement side before we actually deliver a single thing. In terms of the measurement, and this is where mobile really starts to pay off, is not just thinking about it in a classic quantitative sense, but really follow the customer behavior as they move through the loyalty journey or the relationship journey that they have with you. And then you look at some of the measurements that go across it, whether it is your opt-ins or managing the dwell time they spend in your app or on your mobile website, all the way down to conversion. Are they doing back and forth activities with you? And it's important to then turn those into insights and implications. So how are you going to optimize your mobile experience? How are you going to optimize it based on what device people have, because that's very vast, and we'll talk a little bit about that. And how do you ultimately lead to better customer satisfaction that then drives the relationship strength between you and your customers? So what are the requirements for mobile CRM? The first thing is realizing that mobile is part marketing and part operations. That in order to succeed with mobile today, it needs to have utility. That it can't be all fun. In fact, all fun means it won't get used on a regular basis. And there's great opportunity if you think about alerts and other type of messages you can deploy on your phone, how utility can be delivered. Number two, mobile is best part of a multi-channel campaign. And the point here is that mobile should not live by itself. And I'm sure there's some iPhone developers that are saying, yeah, it's all about the iPhone, it's all about an app. But what's great here is to realize the role that mobile plays. And mobile does have its limitations, but its opportunities are around immediacy and snackability. And in fact, the immediacy is highlighted because 90% of us have a cell phone with us within 1 meter all the time. Okay, think about that. So this isn't a marketing device, this is a personal communication device. In fact, how many of you sleep with your cell phone within 1 meter? Yeah, it's okay, don't worry. Don't worry, it's not embarrassing, it's the truth, it's the reality. Or how many of you just run to your phone as soon as the red light, or it goes beep, you know, and you get a message? So you have to realize the role that immediacy plays. And then the other thing is the snackability, the fact that short little bursts of messages are going to excel on a mobile phone, whereas maybe not in an email or other marketing channels. Number three, that mobile is the ultimate relationship mechanism. And it's nice because we're a relationship marketing company, so we can align those. But it's really key to understand that the intrusiveness of mobile marketing, because these are personal devices, really require trust. And at the core of any relationship marketing scheme is a value exchange. You give me this and I'll give you that. And if you don't have that figured out at the inception of your mobile marketing strategy, then you're going to risk alienating the consumer from the start. And last, and this is probably the most exciting aspect of mobile, is it allows you to get close to your customers. The whole notion of proximity, of location, and how to affect near sale, at sale, or even after sale is really, I think, the most exciting aspect to what mobile brings. So these are the 4 requirements. When you simplify it down into the drivers, you get utility, immediacy, snackability, function, trust, value, proximity, and personalization. And the thing that connects all these together is really that customer data and insights. Who are you trying to market to? Going back to what mobile CRM is about, and incidentally, any CRM. Who are you trying to market to? What are their behaviors and attitudes, and how can you deliver value and relevancy? And that comes through the customer data and insights.